Today's cursed image is brought to you in parts by battery-powered bananas. Batteries sold separately. I'm back in a chair! That's right, I'm back in a chair because I know you all love the chair. So today I am on Conspiracy Theory Amino here, and I am going to be doing a project here, a little bit of a project. I'm going to make one or two conspiracy theories for this amino, and I'm going to post them and see what kind of comments I can get, see if I can get anyone to believe them, and we're going to do like a whole thing, see how far we can take this conspiracy theory, and see how much we can get people to believe this conspiracy theory, because I don't know, I just feel like doing something like that. So I have Conspiracy Theory Amino open up here. I've done a video on Conspiracy Theory Amino before. If you don't know about it, it will probably be in the card or at the end of the video or something like that. But suffice it to say, it's a very, very old video. I basically went on here one time and made fun of a bunch of different conspiracy theories that were absolutely wild and just crazy and out there. What I want to do is I'm going to start this whole thing off here. I'm going to go ahead and make these posts here live on camera, and then I'm going to update you guys when I have something to share. It'd probably be a day, it might be 2 days, I don't really know, but we're going to start with that. So let's get right into this. So first things first, I'm going to have to make a post, so I can just hit create post here, and I'm thinking that we might do something sort of like something about like video games, maybe, since I know a little bit about games and stuff like that, or maybe something about dreams, since I'm really into dreams and stuff like that. So might be able to play around with a couple of ideas like that. So let's see what we can come up with. Okay, let's start with one that's like probably already a thing, and that will be video games are being used to control children, I guess we could say it. I'm actually gonna close out of that, and can I change my username on here? Is that a thing I can do? Because I don't want this to be associated with me at all. All right, I couldn't find a way to actually change my name and everything like that, so we're just gonna go right back into this and just work on this. So we'll just say something along the lines: have you noticed that becoming more violent and more easily accessible? We can do things like the rise of VR is pushing kids into violent situations in first person like never before, and more immersive. We can do that. That actually sounds really good. Ooh, yeah, we could, since this is like obviously a very totally BS price, we can grab this and share that. And then it'd be like, oh yeah, you can get it for like $100 or whatever in some cases, you know, and kind of push it a little bit more of like how easy it is to get it. I'm actually confused by this, but whatever, I'll just grab that link there and we'll use it for the thing, I guess. That's really weird. Actually, let's just take a screenshot of this and just use the screenshot instead. Okay, let's read what we have so far. Video games are being used to control children. So we have you noticed that video games are becoming more violent and more easily accessible? VR is becoming more easily obtainable by everyone with the rise of Oculus Quest, which is a cheap headset for like $100 in the right places. And then I provide the link, and no PC is required, which means even a kid can do a couple of yard chores and make enough money to buy it. VR is undoubtedly very immersive, and so when these kids are playing violent games or games that allow you to be immoral in general, they are making the kids confuse it with reality, and they turn those into in-game actions into everyday things. Then you just have games in general that have come out in recent memory, stuff like Doom, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk 2077, that's going to come out at some point, Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's pushing kids to be numb to violent or illegal actions. Then you have games like FIFA, which seem innocent but feature very obvious gambling mechanic, which can hook kids into gambling at an early age, which will make them more likely to have a gambling addiction when they are old enough for casinos. Plus, you have farming simulator and more lighthearted games like Animal Crossing, which is pushing for more farmers and laborers. The gaming industry is being used to subtly push the children of today into specific futures. Some of which are evil. All right, I think that's good. I think we can post this. let's post this. This will be the first one we post, and we'll see what the reactions are to that. So let's see what happens with that one. In a couple hours, I will make another one, and then we'll see how that one works out as well. I don't think I'll film the second one, and we'll just make that a surprise for the end of the video and everything. So I guess I'll see you in a day or two when I get enough reactions to make a follow-up to this part. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I cannot wait. I'm back in my chair. It's another day now. I gave it 1 day. So we're gonna see what it's like for like 1 day, 24 hours later. I did see a couple comments on the first post that I shared, and I did the whole recording thing of that and everything. So I did you know, get some comments on that one already. I did reply to a couple of them, but I made a second post that I haven't shared to you yet. So this will be your first experience seeing that. And I have some comments on there that I haven't even read yet. And also, I have something on my wall, apparently, according to this. So apparently someone commented something on my wall. So I'm very curious to see what we found and everything. And I cannot wait. This is going to be really interesting. And let's just dive in on this and see what people think of my crazy conspiracy theories that I just threw together out of nowhere. So let's jump into this, shall we? All right. So, like I said, there's something on my wall, and I have my 2 posts here. There's only 1 comment on the second one I posted, which is interesting, but I had 7 comments on the other one. So who knows? I want to see what's on my wall first. It's just someone saying thanks for the follow. It's actually old. I just didn't realize. I just didn't realize I was on there. Oh well, that's fine. But let's check out the comments on this first one where it's talking about video games are being used to control children and etc. 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 This was basically playing off the idea that, you know, video games cause violence and whatever. You know, that theory that's been out there forever. That's completely false, completely not true. It's been proven to not be true 1,000 times over. So this was just trying to play off of that as like, oh, maybe it's being used to control children and control the youth or whatever. So let's see like what people have commented on. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to start with the comments that I did see. The thing is, most of those games you mentioned are in no way supposed to be for kids in the first place. To my knowledge, the rating on most of those games is mature or at least teen. Not to say that some kids won't get away with playing them anyway, but the developers of those games did not originally intend for games like that to end into children's hands. I understand this to a certain extent, but also I feel like the worst a simple video game is going to do is make a kid learn a few swear words. Now, this is a very reasonable response. I'm so glad like someone actually seemed to have some sense there. They basically are saying that the video games aren't going to cause violence and it's not going to cause any kind of issues. At most, they're going to learn a couple swear words, which is great. I like it. So anyway, let's move on to this other comment here that I got where they said, well, Facebook actually paired up with Oculus. You should look into some of those Easter eggs included, such as Big Brother is watching or the Masons were here. Video games are definitely jam-packed with hidden subliminal messages. I wouldn't call Animal Crossing a push for more farmers. People are far too lazy to do that farm work these days, hence making a simulation. But I would call those down-to-earth games a way to escape. Basically, people getting sucked into the game's world and stop paying attention to reality. People become hooked into VR for the escape aspect, and soon Oculus is adding hand tracking, which will eliminate the need for controls and make the things even more immersive, yada yada yada. I basically told them that they actually already have hand tracking, and any developer could add it to their game right now if they wanted to. They said, I suppose meant it in a way that hand tracking would become more public and pushed overall, feeling that immersive atmosphere. I was aware it already existed. It's just becoming more mainstream, and it will only be a matter of time before a serious profit is made off of it. Now, I like this comment as well. It doesn't seem to have like reason behind it. It seems to like agree with the whole conspiracy of it and everything like that, because it's like saying like, oh, there's subliminal messages and stuff in there. Maybe, you know, maybe there's something there. They also added, as for the violent video games, I believe it's mostly to break people down into their raw instincts. If people let out their animalistic urges in a fake reality, they become far more submissive and easier to control in the real one. So again, they seem to kind of be agreeing with me. They're basically saying that like it's not going to cause them to be more violent, but it's going to cause them to be more submissive and everything like that, and thus more easy to control. So in a way, they're kind of agreeing that this would somehow like be used to control people, and I think that's hilarious that people are like half agreeing with it, like half kind of are into it, which is crazy because I just threw something together. Anyway, the rest of these comments I haven't looked at yet. There's only 2 more in here. This one says, I 100% think a lot of video games and media serve to desensitize kids and create inhibitions and attention problems towards real life activities. I definitely think mindless, non-busy work is a problem affecting children that will only get worse with VR, and the amount of people that are so unaffected by real life blood, war, and blood is concerning. Intentional or not, it's a problem. That being said, I definitely think it's intentionally being done and filled with propaganda and ideas to fill young minds with a submissive attitude. People are like actually believing that video games are being used to control children and the youth, to make them to desensitize them, to make their minds easier to control, so to speak. And I freaking love it. They're like trying to use like I hit my desk by accident. People are trying to use like actual logic and stuff to do it, and I think that's freaking great. I love it. It's so stupid, but I love it. All right, anyway, the next one is, I agree about it also. If you look at the games on the App Store, they're so weird. They aren't even games requiring good thinking or strategies anymore, just mindless cutting, squishing, ASMR stuff being targeted at younger and younger children to create an addiction to technology. That one's a little bit more reasonable again, but it's still so out there. That's interesting. I really love the comments I got on this. I can't wait to see what I got on the other one. There's only one comment on the other one, so let's go to it real quick. Let's go. Hurry, hurry. We must find that other comment. Okay, so for this one, you guys need a little bit more context. I have not shared, I've not shared what this post is because you guys didn't see it, but this one is like, are dreams really ours? And I was talking about how like dreams, do dreams really belong to us? And I talked about this article where scientists are getting close to being able to actually record dreams and stuff like that. And there's like this machine that was featured in the article where it's like, oh, you know, soon we're going to be able to record our dreams. And I was like, so if they can record our dreams, could they like program in dreams? And who's to say like this technology doesn't already exist and is being used on us right now by our government? I'm just saying, it's pretty weird that I occasionally dream about a specific brand like McDonald's or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's like commercials in my brain but played out like naturally, like dreams. And I said that they could be using this technology like that to convince us that we want something otherwise that we wouldn't have gotten or even thought about, and yada yada yada. This could connect to 5G. I try to throw out the 5G conspiracy. I was like, this could connect to 5G. They probably want it so badly because it will improve the signals or whatever machine they're using to send these commercials to our dreams. And I was trying to go as crazy as possible with this one. The only comment I've gotten is this right here. A link to a YouTube video with a TV and a sleeping emoji. So I'm very curious to what this link is. I'm actually going to click it, and we're gonna see what this video is. I have no idea what this is because I've never seen this before. So this is gonna be very interesting. It's like 18 seconds long. Okay, what is it? Is it?
Didn't you have ads in the 20th century?
Well, sure, but not in our dreams. Only on TV and radio, and in magazines. Movies,
oh my god!
And ball games,
it's
on buses,
the Futurama
milk
scene where
cartons,
they're
and
talking
t-shirts
about how
and
like
bananas
there's
and written on the sky,
dreams.
but not in dreams. No, sirree.
I don't know if that means they were calling me out or if they're like Futurama predicted the future or what. What was that? That was. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's actually kind of where I got the idea from. I did see this article and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I can use this for like this conspiracy theory amino thing and kind of make a video out of that. But then I remembered that episode of Futurama and that scene there specifically, and I was like, oh, I bet I can like twist this to be like a realistic thing in our world or whatever and convince people of it. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they were agreeing with me that this is a possibility, or if they were making fun of it, or what the deal is. But I find it interesting that they linked that. So maybe that was their way of saying like, oh no, this is bullshit. It only happens in sci-fi TV shows and stuff. But that article is real. That article is real. I can click on it right now. It is a real thing. They are, you know, not necessarily the conspiracy, but they are able to record dreams, or they're working on it and they're getting pretty close to it. And the main thing was like the first sentence of this is, pretty soon not even your dreams may be private anymore. And that immediately got me like thinking of like, you know, the privacy and everything like that. So I wanted to make a conspiracy on it and everything like that. But anyway, there doesn't seem to be anything else going on with this. So I think I'm just going to go back to the main camera and do my outro. So that is the video. That's all I have here for you today. I really was hoping I would get a better reaction out of this. Maybe I should continue it. I don't know. If you guys think I can like come up with any kind of like fake crazy conspiracy thing, maybe I'll try to make a sequel to this where I try a little bit harder than this. But this was something funny that I thought I would do, and maybe pass some time and do something a little bit different than Ponytown and the usual content. Maybe give you guys a break from that or something, and allow me to expand out and see my options and stuff. So let me know what you guys think of this video. This took a lot of work to make because I had to do like a whole transitional thing from the camera to any cam to the camera and everything like that. And yeah, it was a lot of hard work. So I do hope that you enjoyed. And if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share, and do all of those wonderful things. Because if you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. That's not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things. And until next time, stay wonderful.